In our previous lectures, we have learned some basic concepts of matrices. After that, elementary row and column transformations. Then, inverse of a matrix and two methods of finding inverse of a matrix, which are elementary transformation method and second one is adjoint method. Now, in this lecture, we will solve some typical examples of elementary transformations and adjoint method. Let us see example number 1. Find the inverse of a matrix A. Which is given as cos theta minus sin theta 0, sin theta cos theta 0 and 0 0 1. First, by elementary row transformations, and we have to follow the similar column transformations also, and second one by adjoint method. Means here we will solve the same, we will find the inverse of matrix A by elementary transformation and by adjoint method also. Let us start with elementary row transformations. First, we will find here determinant of A is equal to determinant cos theta minus sin theta 0, then sin theta cos theta 0 0 0 1. Here the value of determinant is cos theta into cos theta minus 0, that is cos theta. Then minus minus becomes plus sin theta into this sin theta minus 0, that is sin theta, and plus 0 into this is 0, that is equal to cos square plus sin square, so that is equal to 1, which is not equal to 0. Therefore, A inverse exists. That is our first step or the necessary condition for finding inverse of a matrix. Now, for elementary row transformations, we will start with equation. Now, since A into A inverse equal to I, therefore, our matrix A is, we are using row transformations, that way we have taken this equation. A is cos theta minus sin theta 0 sin theta cos theta 0 0 0 1 into A inverse is equal to, identity matrix is 1 0 0 0 1 0 and 0 0 1, which will be the first step. In first step, we have to convert this cos theta into 1. So for obtaining here 1, here trigonometric functions are given and we know one identity, that sin square theta plus cos square theta is equal to 1. So sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1. Here cos theta is first element. In column, we are observing sin theta. So if you multiply this first row by cos theta, we will get cos square, and if you multiply second row by sin theta, we will get sin square, and we can add them so that we get 1 at this first position A1. So here by cos theta into r1. So we first will write r1 changes such that cos theta into r1 plus sin theta into r2. So that we get first element as 1. Therefore, we get here cos r1 into cos theta is cos square and r2 into sin theta is sin square. So cos square plus sin square, that is equal to 1. If you multiply this by cos, we get minus sin theta cos theta. Multiplying this by sin theta, we get plus sin theta cos theta. So adding these two negative and positive terms, we get here directly 0. Third term is 0, 0. So that is 0. Let us move towards second row. We are changing only first row, so second and third rows remains unchanged. That is sin theta cos theta 0, 0, 0, 1 into this A inverse. Let us operate the same operation to the right. Here what we are doing, we are multiplying first row by cos theta, so we get cos theta. Multiplying second row by sin theta, we get here 0. So only cos theta into 1, that is cos theta. At the position of second row, we are multiplying second row by sin theta, so we get sin theta plus 0 into cos theta is 0. So that we get here sin theta. Here no change because both are zeros. Second and third row remain unchanged, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1. Okay, is it clear? So that here we get 1. We are using row transformations, though, so we will first concentrate towards first column, that is 1, 0, 0. Now we need here 0. Here is sin theta. So how can we make 0 here? For that, by we are changing now r2. So r2 changes. Here is already sin theta. Here is 1. If you multiply this 1 by sin theta, we get sin theta and we can subtract it from second row. So r2 minus sin theta into first row, that is r1. So that we get here 0. Therefore, we get first row as it is. In second row, sin theta minus sin theta, that is 0. Cos theta minus sin theta into 0 is 0. So remain this cos theta as it is. 0, no change in 0. 0, 0, 1 into A inverse equal. But to the right, we are changing second row. So first row remains unchanged, that is cos theta sin theta 0. In second row, we are subtracting first row with multiplication cos theta. So 0 minus sin theta into cos theta. This minus sin theta into cos theta. So we get here minus of sin theta into cos theta. Then here 1 minus r2 minus sin theta into r1. So 1 minus sin theta into sin theta is sin square. So 1 minus sin square theta. And in last column, that is 0, 0, 0, 0. Third row, no change in that. So it is 0, 0, 1. Now what to do? Now our first column is 4 here. We get 1, 0, 0. Now we will move towards second column. As we are using row transformations, we observe columns. So in the second column, we need 1 at this position. Second row, second column position. But cos theta is there. So we have only one option, that we can divide this row by cos theta. So divide this r2 by cos theta. It means the operation is 1 upon cos theta into r2. Now by 1 upon cos theta into r2, we get, by this operation, we get this first row as it is 1 0 0 0 1 0, last is 0 0 1 into A inverse equal to the right. Now first row as it is cos theta sin theta 0. In second row we are dividing by cos theta, so cancelling cos theta remains only negative of sin theta, that is minus sin theta. Now this second element is 1 minus sin square, that is equal to cos square, and we are multiplying with 1 upon cos, so 1 cos get cancelled, remains only 1 cos, so that is cos theta. Third element is 0, no change, and third row there will be no any change in third row. We reach up to this identity matrix within this 1, 2 or 3 steps. So this is our identity matrix. Therefore we get I into A inverse equal to this, the same matrix, and that is nothing but our A inverse, the same. If you observe carefully, then this is our given matrix A and this is its inverse. What will be the change? Only this negative sign get interchanged. This sin theta and minus sin theta, their negative signs are get interchanged. So that will be the answer. So if you observe this matrix, then you can, by observation, you can give the answer of its inverse, that is cos theta sin theta 0 minus sin theta cos theta 0 and 0 0 1. So this is the very simple example. Let us find the inverse of same matrix by using adjoint method. For that we need once again determinant of A. Remember that answer. We will again reach to that answer by adjoint method. In adjoint method we find minors, cofactors and then adjoint. So let us first find minors of all elements. Let us first find the minors. After that, cofactors. Your elements are, first element is A11, that is equal to cos theta. Its minor is M11, that is equal to, M11 is the minor of this element. So minor means element in column and row. We get cos theta. So this is cos theta. Second element is minus sin theta, that is A12 is minus sin theta. Its corresponding minor M12, element in this column, row and this column, we get again sin theta 0, that is sin theta. Third element A13, that is 0, this 0, that is A13, first row, third column. Element in this column and row remains this only. So sin theta into 0 0, 0 minus 0 is 0. So corresponding minor M13 is also 0. Then next element A21, that is sin theta. Actually this is matrix, we are observing only elements in this determinant. So A21 is sin theta, its minor is cancelling this column and this row, remains minus sin theta 0 and 0 1. So multiplication value of minor will be minus sin theta. So here M21 is equal to minus sin. Then A22, second row, second column, cancelling this column and this row, remains cos theta 0 0 1. Answer is 0 1. Cos theta into 1 is 1, cos theta minus 0. So minor M22 is again cos theta. Next element A23, A23, that is 0. Its minor is M23. Its minor is cancelling this column and this row. Remains cos 0 theta into 0 and this again 0. So minor is 0. Next element is this, that is third row, first column. E31, that is 0. Its minor is M31. Cancelling this row and column, again 0 minus 0 is 0. Then A32 cancelling this column and row, remains again this 0 minus 0, that is 0. So element is 0, its corresponding minor is also 0. Last element is 1, that is A33, its corresponding minor M33 is equal to, cancelling this column and row, remains here cos square minus plus sin square, so cos square plus sin square equal to 1. So these are elements and their corresponding minus. Let us see the corresponding cofactors. Therefore, corresponding cofactor is A11. Here we will write the formula since Aij is equal to minus 1 raised to I plus j into Mij. So here A11 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 into Mij, that is cos theta. So it is equal to, this is plus 1, so we get cos theta. Then next, A12 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2 into minor is cos sin theta. Here is negative sign, so we get minus sin theta. Then next, A13 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 plus 3 into minor is 0, so answer will be 0. Next, A21 is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1, that is plus 1 into minus sin theta. Minus sin theta is corresponding minor. This gives us plus 1 and this is minus sin theta, so it is minus sin theta. Then next, A22 is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 2, that is 4, so plus 1 into cos theta, that is equal to cos theta. Next, M23 is 0, therefore A23 is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 3 into 0, that is 0. Next, A31 is equal to minus 1 raised to 3 plus 1 into element, my corresponding minor is 0, so we get is equal to again 0. So cofactor will be also 0. Minor is 0 here, similarly, so its corresponding cofactor will be also 0. And last one, minor is 1, so cofactor will be 3 plus 3 into 1, 6, that is again 1. So in this way we found all these cofactors. From all these cofactors we can write adjoint of A or matrix of cofactors. Matrix of cofactor can be denoted by letter C, or you can write matrix of cofactors. Here C is equal to cos theta minus sin theta, 0, 0, then minus sin theta cos theta 0, and last 0, 0, 1. Here we get one interesting result as this is the matrix A again. So if this is matrix, then its cofactor is that matrix itself. That also you remember. After that, let us find adjoint of A. So adjoint of A will be transpose of this C. Adjoint of A is nothing but the transpose of matrix of cofactors. So we get here, sorry, there is plus sign, not negative sign. Minus 1 raised to 4, so we get minus sign. Then this one will be plus, so this is positive. Sorry, so this A12 is positive, and this will be negative. Correct. A12 minus 1 and sign 2 plus 1 3, so it is negative. I will get here negative minus 1 raised to 3, that is plus 1, again minus sin theta. Is it m21 negative? Second row first column, second row first column, minus sin theta. Yeah, it is negative. One two is 3, then 1 2 is first and second column, and 1 2. This is also sin theta. Both are negative. This minus 1 plus minus, this becomes positive. So A21 is positive. A21 is positive and A12 is negative. Yeah. Now in adjoint, let us change the rows into column. So we get cos theta into minus sin theta and this 0. Second row is sin theta, cos theta and 0. Last one is 0 0 1. No change in that row and column, because third row and third column both are identical. So adjoint of A here we get equal to this. Now since A inverse equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of A, so we get A inverse equal to determinant of A is 1, this, so 1 upon 1 into the same adjoint matrix, that is cos theta, sin theta 0, minus sin theta, cos theta 0, last 0 0 1. So this 1 upon 1 is 1, so we get the same answer. So once again, in inverse, only this negative sign comes to this sin theta. So that is the answer. Let us move towards example number 2. If A is 2 3 1 2, matrix A is 2 3 1 2, and matrix B is 1 0 3 1, then find AB and AB inverse. Also prove that or show that AB inverse is equal to B inverse AX. This is the property of inverse, and which is very important in further questions. So we will prove this property here. How this AB inverse becomes B inverse into A inverse. It is not equal to A inverse B inverse, because matrix multiplication is not commutative. So here what to do? First we have to find AB, then AB inverse, then B inverse, A inverse. Means these are 4 important steps, and the last step is of showing the equality only. So here AB is, here we find multiplication of 2 matrices as AB, that is equal to 2 3 1 2 and 1 0 3 1. These are 2 matrices. Their multiplication is 2 plus 9, that is 11. Here 0 plus 3, that is 3. 1 plus 6, that is 7. And 0 plus 2, that is 2. So this is matrix AB. Okay. Now we have 3 matrices A, B and AB, and we want inverses of these 3 matrices. Here we will write the inverse of 3 matrices. Also, before finding or writing inverse, we will first find the determinant of A, that is equal to 4 minus 3, that is equal to 1. Determinant of B, that is determinant 1 0 3 1. We can write this also, or we can write directly, it is equal to 1. And determinant of AB, that is equal to, determinant of this is 22 minus 21, that is 1. So we get these 3 determinants which are again the same, that is 1 1 1, which are non-zero. All are not equal to 0. All are non-zero. So we can find inverses of A, B and AB also. Here, since I will write here formula only, and from that formula we can write directly A inverse, B inverse and AB inverse. Since if matrix A is A11, A12, A21, A2, then its inverse, A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A into, how to remember this? We always read matrix with respect to rows first row and then second row. So A11, A12, A21, A22. While writing the inverse, just read in opposite way. Row wise, left to right, we read here. Here we will read column wise and from down to upside. So this is first column, we will read from this element. So A22 here. Then A12. Column wise from last element. Here row wise from first element we read. In inverse we will read in reverse way, that is in column wise and from last element. So A2 to A12, but we write with the same convention, that is in row wise writing. So A2 to A12, A21, A11. Okay, and what to do once again? Change the signs of these 2 elements. It will give us adjoint of A. Let us use this formula to find or to write the A inverse here. This is our matrix A in general form, but here given A is this. So A inverse is equal to 1 upon 1 into matrix. How to write? This is 2 3 1 2, row wise from first element. Now column wise from last element. So 2 3 1 2. We will write 2 3 1 2 and change the signs of these 2 elements. So we get A inverse. Similarly, B inverse is equal to 1 upon 1 is 1, because formula is 1 upon inverse into adjoint of A. So here for B, elements are 1 0 3 1 is our usual reading. In inverse we will read from last element 1 0 3 1 1 0 3 1 and change the signs of these 2. No need to change the sign of 0. So B inverse. And AB inverse is equal. What will be AB inverse? AB is this. Reading is 11, 3, 7, 2. I will write the same elements, but starting from last, that is 2 column wise, 3, 7, and then 11. 11. Change the signs of these two. Same. Now we get A inverse, B inverse, and AB inverse. Let us just take the product of B inverse and A inverse. Here 1 upon 1 is 1, 1 upon 1 is 1. Now B inverse into A inverse is equal. B inverse is 1, 0, minus 3, 1. A inverse is 2, minus 3, minus 1, 2. That is equal. 2 plus 0 is 2. Then first row, second column, that is minus 6 plus 0, that is minus 3 plus 0, that is minus 3. Then second row, first column, that is minus 6 minus 1, minus 7. Then plus 9 plus 2, that is 11. And that is nothing but this AB inverse. That is equal to AB inverse. Both are same. So B inverse A inverse equal to AB inverse. That is AB inverse is nothing but B inverse A inverse. So remember this important property of inverse of matrix. That is, inverse of product of two matrices is equal to the product of their inverses in reverse order. Means if AB is taken, we will take the B inverse A inverse. So that is the important property about inverse of matrices. So this is one important example. In this example, we have found A inverse, B inverse, AB inverse, then AB also. Lot of calculations are here, but we have used shortcuts here. This example may be asked for 4 marks. If this example will be asked, then you can use this formula directly. A is this, then A inverse equal to 1 upon determinant to adjoint of A. This is the formula to find the adjoint of 2 by 2 matrix. If this matrix is given, you can write directly this matrix, and using that you can reach to this answer. Let us see third one. Next, different example. Such different examples may be asked in practicals also. In this example, once again, 3 matrices are given. Example number 3. If A is 1, 1, 1, 2, and B is given 4, 1, 3, 1, and matrix C is also given here. C is equal to 24, 7, 31, 9. And in this example, we have to find the matrix X. If these 3 matrices are given, then find the matrix X such that AXB is equal to C. This is X, not the multiplication of A and B. So A, X and B is equal to C. In this example, the multiplication of three matrices A, this unknown X, and B, and this multiplication of these three matrices is given as C. That in this case we have to find this matrix X. For that we have to use one trick, because X is not given. If you take any values or X as this A, B, C, D, then you have to take multiplication of these two. Again you have to multiply it by B and then equate it with C. Then you will get four equations in A, B, C, D, and then by solving those four equations we get the values of this A, B, C. Then we can write matrix X. But instead of that we will use another method. Let us see. That is, since in solution AXB is given equal to C, if we multiply both sides of this equation by A inverse as prefactor, then by multiplying by A inverse, that is A inverse into AXB is equal to A inverse C. What we can write? By multiplying by A inverse, we multiplying by A inverse to both sides. We get this. Our matrix multiplication is associative, so we can take multiplication of these two. It will lead to I. So I into XB. In next step we get I into XB, that is XB only. Is it okay? So we get here XB is equal to A inverse C. Now once again multiply by B inverse, but that multiplication is post multiplication, because B is at post factor, at the position of post factor. So X into B inverse, that is equal to A inverse C into B inverse. Once again we can associate these two. We can use property of associativity. From that we get B into B inverse, that is equal to I. So remains only X in next step, that is equal to A inverse C into B inverse. Now change the bracket. No need to change bracket here, because in multiplication we will take first multiplication of these two, after that multiplication with B inverse. So this X is nothing but A inverse C B inverse. So A is given, we can write A inverse. B is given, we can find B inverse. Take these two multiplications, we will get the required matrix X. Okay, let us follow this. For that we will write here directly the inverses of A and B. We know these formulas. Since if A is equal to A11, A12, A21, A22, then A inverse equal to 1 upon determinant of A into adjoint of this, that can be written as A22, then A12, A21, A11. Means there will be no change in these two elements, A12 and A21. Only change these diagonal elements and the change signs of these two elements. Sorry, here is negative sign. So there is certain change in each element. Here this element is changed by this, but to take the replacement of 1, and 1 takes the position of 2, and change the signs of these two elements. So here A inverse will be, therefore A inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of A. Determinant of A is 2 minus 1, that is 1, into, change these two elements, 2, 1, remember in this way also, change the diagonal, interchange the diagonal elements, and write these elements as it is with negative sign. Don't change their positions, change their only signs. So we get A inverse, that is equal to 2 minus 1 minus 1 1. Then we need B inverse, and B inverse is equal to 1 upon determinant of B is 4 minus 3, that is again 1, or you can write here 4 minus 3. In this case, change the positions of diagonal elements, that is 1, 4, and change the signs of these two elements, that is minus 1, minus. In this way also you can remember this. That is equal to the same matrix, that is 1 minus 1 minus 3, 4. So we get A inverse and B inverse here. Now we need these multiplications. So x is equal to A inverse C. A inverse is 2 minus 1 minus 1 1. This is our A. C is given 24 by 7, that is 24 7, and 31 no. So it is equal to into B inverse, that is B inverse is 1 minus 1 minus 3 4. So it is equal to, first take the multiplication of this, 24 into that is 48, 48 minus 31, that is 17. Okay, second element, that is first row, second column, that is 14 minus 9, it will be 5. Then minus 24 plus 31, that is again 7. Last one will be minus 7 plus 9 is 2. So this into this B inverse, that is 1 minus 1 minus 3 4. So it is equal. We can make here bracket for this multiplication. Then now once again take the multiplication, that is 17 minus 15, that is 2. Then minus 17 plus 20, that is 3. Third element is 7 minus 6 1, minus 7 plus 8, that is 1. So we get this unknown x as 2 3 1 1. We can verify the answer also by taking the multiplication of this A, x and B. Your answer will be again matrix C. So this is the third typical example. Let us see one more. Example number 4. With usual notations, prove that for matrix A with usual notations, for matrix A is equal to Aij, which is of order 3 by 3. Prove that first result, that is A11, A21 plus A12, A22 plus A13, A23 means these are the elements from first row and these are the cofactors from second row, and if you take the corresponding multiplication and the addition, then that will be 0. And second result that we have to prove here is that A11 plus A12 plus A13 then it is equal to determinant of A. So what is given here? Here A11, A12, A13 are first row elements, and these A11, A12, A13 are first row cofactors. If you take the corresponding multiplication of corresponding element and its cofactor and add them, then we get the determinant of. We can get similar result for this also by taking second row elements, that is A21, and corresponding cofactor, that is A21 plus A22 plus A23 into A23, then it is also equal to determinant of A. And third similar result is A31 plus A32 plus A33 into A33, that is equal to determinant of A. Actually these results are nothing but, in our theory part we have taken this product matrix A into product of adjoint of matrix A. Are you remembering this? One example we have solved. We have found that A into adjoint of A. In that case, we get here determinant of A 0, 0, 0 determinant of A 0, and 0, 0 determinant of A. We have solved one example like that. In that case, the determinant of A is equal to 1, so we get that is equal to R. Determinant of A into R. So that is result. In that case, A into adjoint of A means elements in A matrix and elements in adjoint of matrix. If you take product, then you get such elements 0 and determinant of A. Let us prove these two results here. Consider matrix A. Given matrix is, since A is equal to matrix Aij of order 3 by 3 means I takes values from 1 to 3 and j takes values from 1 to 3. So it is equal to, this matrix A will be A11, A12, A13, A21, A22, A23, sorry, small a31, A32 and A33. This is matrix A of order 3 by. But we need here, we need a cofactors. From this we will find cofactors of all these 6 elements, means cofactor matrix. So here matrix of minus, first I will write here minus, that is M11 equal for A minor of first element, that is A22, A33, A22, A23 and A32, A33. This is our first minor. Then I will write here directly the cofactor, that is A11. A11 is nothing but minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 into this minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 into this, that is, here is minus 1 raised to 1 plus 1 is positive, and in short I will write here only M11, and therefore it is equal to plus 1, so we get A22, A33 minus A23, A3. This is our first A11. Remember this. Then M12, we need M12. That is M12 is first row, second column. First row, second column. Denoting we get A21, A33, A21, A23, and A31, A33. This implies A12 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 plus 2 into M12, that is equal to. This gives us negative sign. So take the negative of this. So instead of multiplying first this, we will first multiply these two elements. That is A23 into A31 minus A21 into A33. This is M12. Then M13 is equal to, we need here M13 because we need A13. So M13 is equal to means first row, third column. First row, third column. So eliminating these two, we get this minor, that is A21, A22, A31, A32. So from this, we get A13, that is cofactor A13 is equal to minus 1 raised to 1 plus 3 into M13. Here 1 plus 3 is 4, so minus 1 raised to 4 is plus 1. So M13 as it is, that is A21 into A32 minus product of these two, that is A22, A31. That is our M13. So these are M11, means A11, A12 and A13. Now we will find A21, A22 and A23. So M21 is second row, first column. Second row, first column. So remains these four elements. That is A12, A13, A32 and A33. Which implies A21 is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 1 into M21 is equal to, here power is 4, so positive A21 as M21 as it is, that is A1 to A33 minus A13, sorry, A1 to A33, A13 into A32. This is A21. We are finding four factors here. Then next is M22, because we need A22. M22 is second row, second column. By deleting we get A11, A13, A31, A32. So it leaves A22 cofactor of second row, second column element. It is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 2 into M22 and is equal. This power is plus 4, so positive M22, that is A11, A33 minus A31, A13 or A13, A31. Then next A23 means here element minor is M23, that is equal. M23 second row, third column, second row, third column. So A11, A12 and A31, A32. A11, A12, A31, A32. Second row, third column. From this, the corresponding cofactor A23 is equal to minus 1 raised to 2 plus 3 is 5. I think at this stage a21 here is odd power, so instead of a12 this minus we have to take the reverse way. So change your signs. This is negative and this is positive. We have interchanged here instead of a12. Okay, already we have changed sign there. Now in this case change the signs. So take the multiplication of first these two, a1 to a31, a1 to a31, product these two minus a11 a32. So these are minus and cofactors of corresponding elements. Now you have to prove this. For this, first take a11 a21, a11 a21 plus a12 a22 plus a13 a23 is equal. Here multiplying a21 by a11. a21 is here. Multiply this by a11. So we get minus of a11, a12, a33. Then plus multiplying this by a11 plus a11, a13 and a32. 1, 3, 3, 2. Okay, this is first term, this one. This is equal to this. Now plus second term. Second is a22. Multiply cofactor a22 with element a12. There is a22, a22 is here. Multiply each term by a12. So here is a11, this a12 and a32 minus a12, a13 and a31. Okay, this is our second. Now last one is this plus multiply a23. When a23 is this. Multiply each term of a23 by a13. So a12, a13 and a31 minus multiply this by a13. So a11, a13 and a32. So we get these 6 terms by multiplying these 3 cofactors by these 3 elements is equal. Now here if you observe this a11, a12, a33 is here. This is negative, this is positive. So these two get cancelled. These are with negative and positive signs, both. Next, here a11, a13, a32. Here is a11, a13, a32, but they are with again opposite signs. So these two get cancelled. This cancel with this. So we get third. And if you observe these two elements, in a12, a13, a31, a12, a13, a31, they get cancelled with each other because both have negative signs. So in this way, each term get cancelled and the answer will be 0. This is the proof of first part. Now let us move towards second. That is a11, 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 a11. Second, a12, a12, a13, a13. What will be the change? a11 minor cofactor a11 is this. Multiply this by small a1. We get a11, 22, a11, a22, a33. So first element is a11, a22, A32. Second element multiplying this by A11, we get A11, A23, A32. A23, A32. Next, A12. A12 is this, multiply each element by small a12. So A12, A23, A31. A12, A23 and A31. This is with plus sign. A1, A12, A23 and A3. Next, multiply this by A12, negative A12, then A21 and A33. Okay, that is second one. In third multiplication, we need A13. A13 is here. It is A21, A32. So multiplying by A13 with A21 and A32. Second term is A13, A22 and A31. Let us once again observe elements. Where are those? Whether they get cancelled with each other? No, they are not cancelled with each other. Actually, this A11, A11, A11 and its minor is nothing but this. And so A11 into A22, A33, there is minus sign, minus A11, A23, A32, that is this. So this is first multiplication. Similarly here minus A12 into A21, A33, A21, A33 with minus A12 and this minus product, minus becomes plus. So A12 into A31, A23. And last A13, that is A13 into A21, A32 minus A13 into A31, A2. So this is nothing but the value of determinant. So this is determinant of A. So in this way, the second result leads to determinant of A. In this way, remaining two are given, then we get the same answer, and there are again remaining two results, which gives, remaining 5 results, which leads to 0, because there are 6 zeros and 3 determinant of A in the multiplication of matrix A and its adjoint of A. So remember that matrix A into adjoint of A, that is the important one. Second, I will write here, A into adjoint of A is equal to this matrix, that is determinant of A 0 0 0, determinant of A 0 and 0 0, determinant of A. This is very much important to remember. A into adjoint of A, that is the determinant of A 0 0, 0 determinant of A 0 and 0 0 determinant of A. This is the theoretical proof of this result. In this first result, how these zeros are obtained is asked, and in the second result, how this determinant of A elements are obtained here. So this example is very much important with respect to this theory part. Okay, I think we have solved so many examples based on these elementary row transformations or column transformations and adjoint method. Okay, in next lecture we will see the applications of these methods. Okay, thank you.